What's up, drivers? Over the years I've been constantly upgrading my setup and reviewing my cameras as I go. And as the channel has grown, companies began to send them to me for free, or well, in return for a review video. There's only so much better that dashcams and my setup can surely get, and while a minor software error has now cost Vantru the front cam position not once but twice despite having an impeccable interior cam on their S2, I'm beginning to get something that I'm calling here today dashcam reviewers anxiety. This is a phenomenon that makes you hope the camera that you're reviewing is better than the one you have. And that's not always going to be the case, is it? Now I know what you're thinking. Why don't you just not compare it? Well, because I know I talk a load of shite, but I at least need something to base what I talk shite on. This is how I would feel reviewing a camera without doing a comparison. So as you can see... You can see that the car in front has braked and stopped, and away it goes. Okay. Having said all of this, I feel since this video is going to be Viofo battling themselves for the front cam position, the pressure is off a little bit. Now here's the bit you all skip so you don't have to hear me drone on. About the box containing your main A229 unit with tilting lens, temporary window adhesives, quick start guide, manual, dual USB butt plug. Sorry children. It's great to see that Viofo finally started including these, because having that extra USB is really helpful, and whether or not the things I've said in my reviews have made that difference, I have no idea. If you listen to the creators and the fans and everything else, stick a USB on the end of there, please. A super long USB to USB-C wire, a short USB to USB-C wire, rear cam unit which rotates 360 degrees. Taking a page out of their A229's book, the rear cam cable is extremely thin, which means you won't damage it as easy, and it's easy to get in the trim, car trim and SD card removal tool, spare sticky pads, and a micro SD to USB adapter. And instead we'll get straight into the review. That should have sounded seamless if you skipped from here. If my dashcam has a screen, I like it to stay on, so I have a very clear indication in my peripheral vision as to whether the camera's still on or not. Because with my T130, I just have a bunch of lights and I often don't notice if they're not on. Yeah, for a dashcam with a screen, I would like an option to not have a screensaver. I'm thrilled to finally get my hands on one of these, which is the professional Lavalier microphone from Viofo. Whenever I get sent a free camera from Viofo, they usually throw in like a few extras with the camera, which is really generous of them. So they usually send the polarizing lens and a hardwire kit. So I've got a bunch of hardwire kits just kind of in my cupboard. So this time I said, I know it's a bit cheeky, but would you mind sending me the Lavalier microphone? And no matter what happens today, the Lavalier microphone will become a part of the setup. The very first thing I notice about the A229 is it has less of a fisheye than the T130. I don't know why people... Oh. It also has a darker saturation and a higher sharpness. I'm also struggling to pick a winner for which dashcam kept this license plate legible for longer, but if it was the £1 million question on a game show, by 1.5 seconds I would say the T130. The A229 rear cam also puts in an excellent showing keeping this Audi's plate in view for a distance of at least 3 to 4 car lengths away.
Now that's a lot of damage!
You can clearly see on both dashcams the audacity this person has to look directly at me multiple times and still do nothing to fix her mistake. Disgusting! Get closer to the VW, reverse a little, I can work with either. Nope, you're gonna make me do this the hard way. Fine. Here's a rare example of what I thought was going to be a troublesome merge in turn situation. The Toyota gets a little too close to me, but everything flowed perfectly. It's in this example that the A229 rear cam really shines, as it more than holds its own against the quality of the main cam from the A129. Oh, my eyes! As if you need your full beams on with headlights like that. It would seem that the T130 is slightly more sensitive to being absolutely fucking blinded.
Thank you for that.
Oh, Fox.
Hey, buddy. Hi.
For me, the A229 shows the fox significantly more clearly, and looking at this difficult-to-see cyclist, the A229 does a better job once again. Its rear cam again, even embarrassing the A139 with its improved brightness and fisheye lens, allowing it to see a little bit more. If you've been listening carefully during this review, you'll have heard the difference in the microphones for these dashcams already. The A229's audio is disappointingly very tinny. It reminds me of Orky audio. Sorry for the drive-by, Orky. But don't get me wrong here, the audio on the T130 is outstanding for a dashcam. There's more than a few reasons it's my main camera. Yes, look at this graphic again, it took me ages to make.
Jesus Christ, mate. Thanks for that. Jesus Christ, mate. Thanks for that.
In this clip I have the lapel attached to the A229, and while the audio is much clearer, it's also much louder. You can even hear my indicator. I can imagine this being easily peaked by sounding your horn, but it's undeniably a huge improvement over the built-in mic.
Why are we braking lots and lots and lots? What's going on? Are we being carjacked? No. You're just a weirdo who stops in the middle of the road for no reason. Right, got it.
In conclusion, the A229 Duo more than held its own against these two 3-channel behemoths. Both main and rear unit perform equally as good in the daytime. The A229 had the best visuals at night. The rear cam alone kinda kicked the A139's ass. The T130 has by far the best built-in microphone, however. If you're looking to buy a new dashcam, please check out the links in my description. If you click on one and then go on to buy something, you'll be directly helping support me and the channel.